a sequel nobody asked for.
It is Taco Boat Tuesday. Thanks for stopping at Taco Boat Tuesday, where all your wildest dreams come true. We are going to be talking about Eevee and all its wonderful evolutions. You could say we're talking everything Eevee, as some of my well-esteemed colleagues would say. Let's go ahead and go at the best thing about Eevee, guys. The absolute best thing about Eevee, right here, right in the center. Boom, looking at it. It's a normal type Pokemon, but guess what? It can turn into not one, not two, not three, but 8 different things. And that's not how normal Eevee or evolutions go. I almost got caught up there again. So we're going to get into it. And this is like the Pokemon where people talk about, if I had an Eevee, I'd turn it into this. And I would turn it into that. And whole debate. And that's why we got to just figure out and put all the naysayers to shame, all those people that hate us. And let's just go at it. Here we go. Boop. Bing, bang, boom. There we go. Okay. So, what is your history with Eevee, Daniel?
All right. Well, my history with Eevee goes way back to, I don't even know. Couldn't even put a date to it. You know, I've been playing Pokemon games for quite a while. Eevee, I mean, I can at least say it was back when there were only 3 options. 4, I guess, if you're just keeping Eevee. But I was back with the OG Flareon, Vaporeon, Jolteon.
And make sure not to tell what your of choice is.
Oh, no, I would never spill the beans on that. You're going to get boozled before I spill the beans on that. But no, I always liked Eevee a lot because you get that choice of which route you're going to go. So always been a big fan of the Eevee culture.
Alex?
Let me tell you, kids these days have it so gosh darn easy. I remember back in my day.
Which is funny because it's a DS and it's not even...
I don't have my Game Boy Advance anymore. Back in my day, not only did you only have 3 options for evolutions, you had this thing in Pokemon games that they've recently scrapped last 5 or so 6 years. They're called TMs and HMs. And there were these barriers that you couldn't pass unless one of the 4 moves of one of your Pokemon could do a certain move. And
an example,
one of those moves, there's a lot. One of those moves was called Swim or Cut, Boulder. And back in my day, you had to
Boulder?
teach your...
Did you say Boulder?
That's not what I would... It's the one that moves the rock.
Yeah, that's Strength.
Boulder.
Strength
Yes.
moves
Yes.
boulders.
Strength.
Rock Smash breaks rocks.
Rock
It's
Smash.
like a rock, paper, scissors situation, yeah.
I know Pokemon, Daniel. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Back in my day, you would have these super cool Pokemon. You have to teach him one of these moves, and you're like, that sucks, because now I only get 3 moves for my super cool Pokemon. I remember teaching these to my evolutions. No descriptive evolution to be said. Figure it out. We'll talk about it.
So you just gave them the shitty... You gave your Eevee the shitty moves.
Because there's only
like
one
sometimes
you
you gotta compromise, you know.
So
like,
I feel like you did give it away. Just saying.
I ain't giving shit away.
Just saying. But now I'm excited to hear which one's your favorite, which one you didn't like for those reasons.
We'll find out.
Yeah,
you might
we're
be
gonna
surprised,
start.
honestly. You might be surprised. I'll go way back with
Really
the
quick.
evolutions. Evolutions are great.
Justin, what about you? What are your thoughts on Eevee?
I always thought Eevee was cool. That's about it. Like I don't I have preferences and I don't want to get into them. Is more of the deal. I don't want to show my cards. And first off, we're going to go Vaporeon versus Flareon. So Vaporeon is the water type. Flareon is the fire type. So the top left and the top right for everyone's reference. Yeah. Right off the bat. We're going to give Daniel the floor.
Oh, that's tough. Going two OG evolutions, fire versus water. That's like the basic dilemma of starting every Pokemon game of which starter to go to. You don't even think about leaf,
What about Leaf?
grass,
What?
whatever. See, don't even think
It's
about it.
actually grass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they can't use Boulder.
I do.
So I do, and that is something as you mature, you find that grass is a viable option and sometimes kind of fun. But between these two, I've always had a preference for blue things. Dabba dee dabba die, It's always been my favorite color. That's kind of equated to picking water starters in Pokemon, all that kind of stuff. So between these
You're
two,
saying visually Vaporeon
visually,
is more
I'm
appealing.
more stimulated by the Vaporeon option. Because of the blue, just because of the blue. Flareon, I do like Flareon a lot. I like the lion type fluffiness of Flareon. I think Flareon is a great option because
I don't think of a lion with that though. I think of more like a dog, like a really fluffy chow
Caucasian
or like
mountain
poodle.
dog.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they hunt bears. Anyway, I think that's fair. Yeah, I like that too. I always think of lion just because lion's main, but also Flareon is a good option because there's not as many, especially in the older games, there's not as many fire type Pokemon that you can catch in the wild that are going to be good. So Flareon was always a great option for that.
You're throwing bombs left and right out here.
Truth bombs, you correct? Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And so between the two, that's really tough for me. Honestly, those are my top two choices. And so I'm very upset at the random rankings here. But I think I'm going to have to go Flareon because I typically would choose like a Squirtle situation and already have a water type in my party. So Flareon would be a better addition strategically. I don't know if that's what we're supposed to do here, but that's what I'm doing.
Are you sure that your favorite Eevee evolution isn't Vaporeon? Because you keep clicking your pen so much.
I didn't click it. I was just tapping it, to be honest.
Oh, dang it!
I thought you were making a reference to my dog's name or something, but
no, but these two are pretty similar, where it's just the stones. But as time goes on, we might get some really annoying ways to have to evolve some of these guys.
Well, they
and I
all
think that's
involve
something to keep into
stones.
account.
Some just involve more
Not
than
all of them.
stones.
no, that's not
Yeah,
true.
don't they?
No.
Oh no, you're right.
Mr. Professor Alex over
I didn't
there
say
from
you are
the
making
Kanto
this
region.
narrative. Thank you
I
very
know
much.
Pokemons.
I like Pokemon. I didn't say I was smart.
He's just a bug catcher. He's just
Yep,
a bug
he's
catcher.
the only
Don't worry
one.
about it.
All right,
I'm gonna my vote is gonna be for Vaporeon. Actually, I prefer Vaporeon.
Care to elaborate?
Daniel?
No.
I already said
No.
mine. But I
Okay,
like
so then Alex.
again, if we're just doing which one I like better, Vaporeon, usefulness, Flareon. So I'm for this. I'm just final answer Flareon. What I'm doing, making a choice.
Interesting.
It's all up to Alex.
Here's the
Oh, no.
here's the thing. Okay. There's a couple things that come to mind. One, let's just get the cat out of the bag. Let's bring it up. Let's bring up what everybody's thinking about that one Reddit post
I don't think anybody.
about how good, easy, or however you want to say it, how easy it would be, or how much like a human, or how satisfactory it would be if you were to sleep with any Pokemon.
What?
That would be Vaporeon. I
have never heard of this in my
I'm just
life.
a messenger.
You are
It's a
saying
thing.
it right now on the internet.
Yes, because we just get it out of the way.
Nobody else brought it up. Nobody else
everybody's
was
thinking about it. You literally said that Vaporeon stimulated you.
Visually, because I like the color blue.
Mhm.
I feel like that was
Yeah.
pretty darn clear.
Everybody's thinking. It's a big thing. If you haven't heard about it, look it up. We won't
Big
go
thing,
into
I
it,
guess.
but it makes me a
Okay.
little uncomfy. I'm not gonna lie.
So you had to bring it up?
Yes, correct. Now some of you might be thinking from my earlier conversation, if you knew Pokemon a little bit, I was gonna shit on Vaporeon because he's just the one I throw swim at to swim
called
me around
surf.
everywhere. What?
It's surf, by the way.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. Swim and boulder. That's like
I don't want to be
that's,
on this
so
episode
it's
anymore.
not even the knockoff like
I don't
Pokemon
want to
because that's
be here.
Digimon. That's like literal like back pocket.
Guys, I
creatures
swear I like Pokemon. I
Is
swear I like
swim
Pokemon.
and boulder.
I'm making
with-
my own game.
To
You like
travel
Digimon.
between
You
city to
can
city,
stop
you
your
use flap.
But anyways, throw that on Vaporeon. I think people thought maybe, wow, this guy really hates Vaporeon. Wrong. When I was little, when there was only 3 options, when I was little, and this has changed a lot, and I've gone back and forth, but Vaporeon was my favorite. That guy right there loved Vaporeon. He was thinking about, in that picture, he was thinking about, wow, Vaporeon is so cool.
See, yeah, okay. So Vaporeon is that your choice?
Yeah, Flareon is one of the worst. Like the design is just Eevee but red, like and with a little mane. It's so dumb. Dog water, baby food. Vaporeon, obviously.
Interesting.
Okay. Vaporeon moves on.
Nice.
And then up next, we are going to have, I'm going to keep that up because it is Espeon Umbreon. And we're going to look at it as the on the left and the direct right. Espeon is the pink looking one. Umbreon is the dark with yellow spots and stripes.
Dude.
This is this
So,
is tough right off
let's
the
go
bat.
at
You
it.
really are throwing them at us.
I'll say, Alex,
There's only
you wanna
8.
start this one? I know, but
like,
it's the
only
perfect
8
pairings, which it makes sense. Like it's
Yeah.
the perfect pairings of the two, like water and fire. The two that came out together as
Light
like the
and
next
dark.
cool ones were the psychic and dark. And so like it's just tough because that was the thought process I feel like as a kid of which one do I pick, and now
Yeah.
I'm having to relive that experience. It's
Well,
not like really new one
Espeon
versus really old
Umbreon came
one.
out. They came out in the Gen 2. So what happened was if you played Gen 1, you're like, oh, I got an Eevee, and I'm going to make it be one of those 3 that we just talked about, the fire, water, electric. But then you get this new one and you go, of course I'm going to try to get the new one that I couldn't get in the last game. Like nobody was trying to get like Jolteon or Flareon again. Like who cared at that point? Unless it was like your third play time. But if it was your first time, you're like, holy cow. And to evolve these, you don't just need the stones. You have to just evolve them at night or in the morning or daylight. Because I want to say they introduced times in one, and then they took it
because it also now it's like a friendship level thing. Was that a thing in Gen 2 yet or no?
No,
Yep.
that wasn't a thing when it originally came out for evolutions, at least.
It was when to a different generation, but for those, it might have been friendship. Honestly, though, too. Let me double check.
It had to be,
but I just know that it had
I
to
feel
be
like it was
daytime
something
for
more
one.
like it had to be. You had to read a searching criteria, and then level them up once you met that criteria, either during the day or the night, and that's how you got.
I think it was based on my knowledge coming back to me randomly. Yeah, you had to get friendship up to 220, and then level it up during the day or night. So day for Espeon, night for Umbreon.
That's crazy memory you got there.
Yeah, I know. And the number just popped in. I felt kind of psychic, like I was really channeling my evolution, my inner evolution. You know,
that's pretty cool. That's pretty sick.
So Alex, out of these two, what are your thoughts?
So
I feel like
the difference between them.
One's pink, one's black.
Psychic and dark, man. And I mean,
which are two pretty different types.
Both pretty different types. Both very cool types. There's also like a lot of talk around like the perfect triangles of types like rock, paper, scissors type deal. Like, you have fire, grass, and water. And like, what are the other ones? Like, what if we ever wanted to get away from fire, grass, and water? And I'm pretty sure it's dark, ghost, and psychic. And I think that's just so sick. And it's like a really cool contrast between dark and psychic. And I feel like everybody loves both of them. I feel like they were both really well received. But I always feel like, from my experience, Umbreon is just like the evolution for people. Like, Umbreon is like the one. Umbreon is just so cool to people. And I think Umbreon is awesome. And I think Umbreon has one of the best shinies in all of Pokemon. Changes like all the yellow to blue, which would stimulate Daniel.
It would.
Ooh.
Highly.
But I love psychic
would
type
stimulate
Pokemon, and I think like the whole cat vibes and everything. I just think Espeon is so darn cool, and I have to go with Espeon. And I feel like Espeon's gonna lose because I feel like everybody just gosh darn loves Umbreon. But I'll say it.
So
I like Espeon.
Espeon is poopy butthole.
Oh my god.
Umbreon is cool because you could flip your hair to the side and just be like, gosh, I love Umbreon so much better. He's so much edgier, so much cooler. And
Yeah, teenage angst.
that's all.
Eevee.
That's literally. Mm-hmm.
So let's get that visual up there.
Go into the
one more
dark
time
side.
here.
Yeah,
Just to
but
see-
Umbreon only has one tail. Lame.
I mean, so does
Espeon has two.
And two
Espeon, but
tails
it
is
just
better?
splits into two.
Yeah, Espeon is the
It
only
just
one
has-
that has more than
yeah.
one tail. They
No,
got one and a half
no.
tails.
No, look at
Okay.
Vaporeon right above it. It splits the exact same way.
No, but that's like a fin. That's different.
It splits the exact same way. That's all I'm saying.
Whatever.
But
If the
see,
goal,
this one,
was which one looks smarter, which one looks like it's not going to just like rub its ass on the rug all day, yeah, it's Espeon. But that's not what this is. We're talking about the badass. And that's
yeah,
Umbreon.
I mean, even if
Does
you
he
just look at the
smart?
eyes,
Not really.
Espeon
looks
is
cool.
so sophisticated though. Espeon has such
That's what's
cool
wrong
eyes
with it.
though.
Yeah,
they're
you're
glowing
right.
like they're gonna
You're right.
eat you.
I told you. Yeah, it is like a trance almost, which is cool for the
Mhm.
psychic type.
Like,
Thematically,
yeah, it's like possessed
cool.
almost.
It's
I just like-
not Umbreon.
I feel like
Yeah.
I look at Espeon and Flareon like two sides of the same coin. They were both very simplistic designs, but I think Flareon failed with it looks too much like Eevee, and I feel like Espeon is that perfect, not over the top. Like some of them I love in their crazy designs, but like Espeon is such a simple
I disagree.
design,
face
and it
is
just
too
I think it
complicated.
works so well. I love Espeon.
I disagree with your point simply because you said you like that it looks like a cat, and I think that's the opposite of what Eevee should do, because it's clearly like a hamster. So,
What?
Wait.
it's clearly a dog. Clearly a dog type Pokemon.
No, they all can
And-
look different.
but they
and
don't. They all look like dogs except for that one.
I don't think any of them look like dogs. I think they look
Well-
like unique.
They don't. You just said Flareon was just Eevee but orange. They're not unique. What is it now, Alex? Huh? Which one is it?
What do you mean?
Too late. I pick
Yes,
Umbreon.
and I don't like Flareon. Oh, I knew it. I knew it was gonna happen.
Well, I mean, Umbreon, I never really tried to get either one of these while playing the games because I still liked the original three. But I like the design a lot better. I like the gold rings type thing, the red eyes. Like, I think that is just a definitively cooler design. And it already won. So, moving
I would
on.
just like to mention though.
Nope,
that-
I don't think so.
No,
They
no, no,
lost. It's
not about
on.
the
It's
two.
on.
Just in general, a random fact that also just popped back into my memory is the fact that Eevee, a lot of Pokemon are described as the objects they're based on. Hence, like Pokemon is the electric mouse or Pika. Oh my
Oh,
god!
yeah,
Pikachu is
that
the
credibility is going
electric-
through the roof.
Pikachu is the electric mouse Pokemon.
Yeah, teach it swim.
Eevee doesn't have that. Eevee is based on dogs, cats, and rabbits. Oh, did I say cat? That's crazy.
Yeah, the dumb one looks like a cat. You're right.
I already
the
said
dumb
it's a
one
cat
looks like
dog.
Flareon.
All right. Well, let's just teach
It
it
looks like
swim
a
and
cat
move
dog.
on.
I knew this
Flap
was
on
gonna
outta
happen.
here.
I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna go Umbreon, and I told myself I wasn't gonna get upset, but I'm upset.
I think there are other cool psychic type options out there, and so that's again where my mind is coming from. on a lot of these is
Yeah,
what
but there's
other
so many cool
options in the
dark type
game?
Pokemon too.
Like what? I don't disagree with you. I just can't think of any.
Dark type Pokemon?
Yeah, so like I have a couple like psychic types in my mind, like
Are we talking?
abracadabra
I'm trying to
type
think
thing. I'm thinking
um,
more Gen 1, Gen 2, because that's when they're from. And so like, yeah, I'm sure there are dark Pokemon. There's a lot of different like dark ghost type situations and things like that. But I don't know, psychic wise, I'm always a big fan of like Kadabra. Is my kind
yeah,
of
but
go-to.
I mean, yeah, psychic again. What are you saying? That's what.
What?
You're
I'd
saying
rather
all
have a
the same thing we
Kadabra than
did.
an Espeon.
So what are your choices in Gen 2 then?
I'd rather have a. What do you mean? I'd rather have a Kadabra than an Espeon, and I can't think of any other dark Pokemon I'd rather have than an Umbreon.
Well,
Like there are other water Pokemon
if
I'd
we're
rather have
if
instead
we're
of
talking
Vaporeon.
specifically, you're 10 years old and you're playing Gen 2 for the first time, then
Mhm.
yeah, because like Gen 1 didn't even have dark type Pokemon.
Yeah, but I'm saying like so I'm using Gen 1 Pokemon that are like even in later games. Like Kadabra is like still popular. Like you can catch it in the Brilliant Diamond
Yeah,
game.
but there's so many cool like dark type
Yeah, but
Pokemon.
I still
And
wouldn't
that's
pick
why
that.
Umbreon's the best one ever.
Exactly. I wouldn't
I
pick a
think
different
Umbreon's
dark
so
type.
cool, and I think it's really unfortunate that these two got paired up together. It's a great pair up, but it's definitely a hard one. But I
Yeah.
still think Espeon's better.
So let's just teach it swim and move on.
I used Kadabra Alakazam all of Gen 1. I want a new psychic type Pokemon in my playthrough of Gen 2.
And we're teaching that Umbreon swim.
Yep, and flapping on out of here.
Swim and Boulder.
All right, what is this next matchup? I'm excited to see Alex's reaction.
I can't right now.
This helps me a lot because just full disclosure, like I'm playing the Brilliant Diamond remake for the Switch right now.
Yeah.
And I just got an Eevee
Mhm.
off of the Wonder Trade or whatever it's called, and I haven't decided what I want to do with it.
Oh yeah, you have.
I haven't 100%. Scout's honor, can't see that on the screen. But no, I haven't decided what I want to do with it because I have a good water type I have a Blastoise, I have a Charizard, so like I don't want to go basic. I have a good decent psychic type monster. I don't know. So maybe whatever wins this, maybe that's what I'll do. We'll see.
Maybe.
Glaceon or Leafeon?
Are those
Glaceon,
Gen
which is
3
the
or
bottom
4?
left. Leafeon, bottom right.
Those are Gen 4.
Gen 4, right? Yeah,
Those
that's
are
like
4.
the Diamond Pearl.
Gen 4. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting.
I'm gonna go out there. I'm just gonna go out there and say this right now. Leafeon. The name's stupid. For sure. It's just Leafeon. Like that's absolutely dumb. Glaceon, cool name. Both of them look like poo-poo butthole to me. Daniel, your turn.
So, yeah, so let's just kind of get this out there. We talked about how the other ones evolved and stuff like that. This one is kind of interesting because it's location based instead of time based or friendship or anything like that. So originally they've changed it after the 4th generation and then put it back that way, I think, for like the remake. But it was you had to level up your Eevee near a certain rock in a certain forest.
Yeah.
To get like Leafeon. And I'm pretty sure like a similar aspect for Glaceon. And so I think that's kind of interesting. It's not a stone, but it was like, I think they changed it after that and they have the stones for it now or something.
Yeah, you can do the stones now, I'm pretty sure.
But that was kind of a cool aspect when it first came out. It was like, oh, that's kind of nice. I'm sure it happened to people accidentally, and I'm sure that was the coolest moment ever to be like, unless you were like planning to get like a Firestone or something, and all of a sudden you got a Leaf dude, and you're like, oh, well, that sucks.
I mean,
but I never tried to get
there's
either one of
something
these.
I've
I thought they were
always been
cool,
upset
but
about, which is the fact that like Umbreon Espeon, there was a Sunstone and there was a Moonstone.
Yep.
And then there were the Ice Stone called, I don't remember what the ice one is, but I know there's a Leaf Stone.
Yep.
It's just upsetting to me. Like I would have rather them just all been stones and just call it a day.
Yeah.
get 'em a
It is
different way,
cool
yeah.
that they had other things happen. Like if you could also get him or something cool, but like
I wish it was just
it's just
the
laying there.
the
Like
same
that's how
thing,
you
but
make
with the
all the other.
stone. Why does it have to be level up? Why can't I give my
Yeah.
Espeon a sunstone during the day, and then that, or why can't I give my Eevee
think-
a leaf stone bot in this area?
Yeah.
I think that's a good point. I think they could have done the different types of things, and they do it with some different Pokemon. Of like, what is it? Chansey has to level up during the day holding a round stone or something like that. Like, so do it with different Pokemon. But I think you're right. I think putting Eevee
Yeah.
with just a stone would be great. Do the other fancy stuff with other Pokemon. Make it like their thing. But I think you're right. The cool thing about
Yeah.
Eevee is like it can just be surrounded by a
It's
pile
the fact
of
that the
valuable
first
gems,
three.
and boom, you get something else.
Beautiful.
So between these two, I think I'm going to have to go back to my original thought process. One is blue, one is not. Also, thinking about ice type, again, that's kind of my mentality. This whole thing, like other leaf Pokemon, I'm probably going to take instead. Ice type, there aren't as many that I can think of. And I mean, I'm going Glaceon. It is what it is.
I would just get an Abomasnow and
True.
That's
an
both.
ice and a grass type right there. Done.
Yeah, but you don't have
Yep.
that option.
Done.
Sorry. Not
Nope,
there.
I don't have that option. I think that ice is a stupid type for already having Vaporeon. There's just too much overlap for me.
Well, I mean, that's
So,
kind of
like,
the
if I
whole thing
have to
in
pick,
Pokemon,
it would
though.
be
You know,
Leafeon.
like ice and
What
water
about-
should be the same type anyway. Like, I don't think that's Eevee's
I
fault.
agree, at least. Oh no, it's not Eevee's fault. Like I understand it for like fire being more effective towards ice as opposed to water. Like
I
if
don't.
the actual Pokemon's type is that, but like
Ice
I
just turns into water and then it melts the fire.
Yeah, but
I mean, I like to look at it at like true.
So, like, if I'm an ice type
I like
and
to look
I
at it
fight
like
fire, then I
Avatar.
should just turn into a water type. Done.
So like you got a Flareon going up against a Glaceon,
Then it turns
like
into
spits
Vaporeon.
Ember at Glaceon, and
Yep.
now your Glaceon is a Vaporeon until they
Yep.
freeze again.
I think that's fantastic. That's a great idea, Alex. All on your own. I love it.
Oh my god!
I know it's not my idea.
Leafeon for sure.
No,
Even though the
I'm
name is
saying,
stupid.
I think you put it into like that scenario was absolutely perfect. I think that is exactly what my brain was thinking, and I think that'd be a cool dynamic to the game. It's like, what? This is strange thing is happening, and then it starts flashing and stuff
In the
in
middle of a
mid battle,
yeah.
and then all of a sudden it's a different
Well,
blue.
what was it?
But it still says that
I-
your Pokemon evolved.
Yeah.
Your Pokemon evolved.
Then it's getting closer to a different
Like
game.
cast form was one. Cast
Yeah.
form would change when the weather changed.
With the
Mhm.
seasons, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There's so many different.
That was
That would be a cool aspect.
decent.
I just think, yeah, I like the name better, Glaceon. I like it better. There's too many Leafs in the game. What do you think, Alex?
I get it. Alex, bug
Here's
catcher
the
Alex.
thing.
Are you
I
looking
honestly-
for a bug Pokemon?
But a bug might be one of
Bugia.
the worst types. But that's another time, I guess. But
Yeah.
It for these two it comes down straight to design for me, cuz I think there are better options on both sides when it comes to ice type and grass type. I don't think either of them are at the top of their game for typage. And when I think about edge, obviously Umbreon is edgelord. But like just look at the edge. Just look at the
Oh goodness.
Oh yeah,
this looks like
it's very similar.
this is kind of like in today's standards, this is what we call e-girls right here. That's an
I
e-girl.
was gonna say E-Girl Eevee.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is E-Girl Eevee. Pokemon was doing E-Girl before E-Girl was cool.
All right, so that's your choice.
Yeah, I think Glaceon just has a better design. I think Glaceon looks cool. I think Glaceon is just a really cool design. I think they're not. Neither of them are the best
Wait.
Pokemon, but I think
Sure.
it's
You're
looks cool.
saying Leafeon that looks like an Eevee that just ran through the bushes a little bit and has
Yeah.
a on it isn't better designed?
No, I mean
You're
I like the
crazy.
leaf tail, but other than that, not really. It's kind of
Leaf Tale sounds
Kind
like
of.
a
Yeah.
children's book or something.
Leaf tail.
Yeah, like, let's all listen to Leaf Tales, guys.
It's a
Lyle
leaf
leaf
tail.
tail.
All right, Justin, what's your vote on this one? Since it matters so much.
Leafeon.
Good
Leafeon,
choice.
but I love
Yeah, nice one.
Which
Wow.
means for the last two,
Oh,
Jolteon, the one up top, and Sylveon, the one on bottom.
no.
So I'll start this off
All right.
because I have a very specific opinion. Sylveon, I don't know why Sylveon exists. We already had Espeon that kind of
No.
takes the place of pink Pokemon. It's just fairy type now that they just decided, oh, here's the fairy type. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with Sylveon.
No.
The other one was Jolteon. Jolteon was my OG favorite because it could learn cool moves that were not actually like Pin Missile.
I knew you were gonna
Trashy
say
move
Pin Missile.
was not
Yeah.
good whatsoever, but it was cool. But it was cool that it could do it. It also was super fast though, so it
Yeah,
always
it's
attacked
competitively
first.
viable with
Used it,
Volt Switch.
so it was viable. It's always been viable. Not every game, but most games has been viable.
Most games, it's
So it's like it's just actually a good choice, and I think it looks cool because it's all pointy everywhere. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, can't cuddle me, kind of thing. And you want to cuddle all these Pokemon, but you still won't.
True.
I'm going with that,
True.
and it's yellow. Yellow's my favorite color.
Yellow.
Boom, done. Daniel, your turn.
Yeah.
it was all
I've
yellow.
I have never played with or even attempted. I don't even know how you get a Sylveon, to be honest with you.
Talking to a bunch of old people right now.
And clearly, out of at least me and Alex, I feel like I have the most Pokemon knowledge based on this conversation.
Apparently, you
I
do.
didn't think so before this started.
Neither did I.
Not even
Neither did
close.
fucking I.
But yeah, no clue how that happens. I remember when it came out, like it was like high school or something like that. And everyone made a big deal about it. It's like, oh my god, it's pink and it has bows. And I just don't get it. I'd rather have not that. And Jolteon, I agree. I think that was kind of the evolution of my desire to play Pokemon and everything. Was like, oh wow, this one might not be my favorite, but it is the best. Like
You had
to play with. Yeah.
For the evolution, you had, I'm pretty sure, X and Y. It was like it came out later though. Like they released it late, and I think you had to change the nickname of the Pokemon to like, I think it was Kira. And I know there's a reason behind it, like some Easter egg or some cool Pokemon lore, but you had to change the nickname to Kira. And then there was like rare candies or whatever. You had to like, there's like something about Eevee candies or like leveling it up 25 times or something with its nickname as Kira was the thing.
No, thank you.
So my thing is, it just looks like an alternate skin for Espeon. Like it just
Excuse
looks like
me?
Espeon, in my opinion.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Like
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever
cheek
fucking heard.
ears. turned
Sylveon
into
has the
ear
most
ears.
unique design out of any of the evolutions.
So just to be clear here, you're using
Wait,
unique
what-
as if it's
what did you just say?
inherently good, and it's not.
I think it is. No.
No.
Oh, I'm so angry right now.
Like, but again, unique doesn't
I knew
mean
this was
good.
gonna
Like,
happen. I
Eevee's
knew
a
this
good
was gonna happen
design.
because you guys are
Like-
fucking old geezers, and it's just you don't like the
But it's
change.
like-
You don't like your new evolutions. You freaking old men in your Jolteon.
What's good about it?
Look
like,
at the design. It's so
convince me.
fantastic. And I know
No,
you're all
it's
like,
not.
ooh, they just added the stupid fairy type just to add it, just so we
Espeon-
had
wait.
something to freaking counter dragon, and they had the whole circle or whatever with the poison.
So hold on, real
Yes,
quick
'cause-
before
Okay.
Do you have a stuffed animal of that one?
No, because
Oh,
Build-A-Bear hasn't
done.
come out with a Sylveon
Done.
yet.
So I saw a Jolteon, right? You have a Jolteon, but
Yeah.
you don't have the Sylveon? That's our
Sylveon
answer.
doesn't exist yet. Okay,
That's
first
our
of all,
answer.
don't act like I'm hating on Jolteon, because before Sylveon existed, my favorite evolution was Jolteon.
Sure.
All the new ones came out, Jolteon was still my favorite.
So,
Then Sylveon came out, and that's how much I know I like Sylveon, because it beat Jolteon.
so what about it though? Like you said, it has a really cool design. It's unique. Like what about that?
Again, I know
for
I
you?
might be in the minority here. I think Fairy is a super cool type. I think it adds a lot to the designs and characteristics of Pokemon. There's also a lot of really cool Fairy type moves. It's a lot about performance and pageantry.
Yeah, bad part of the games. I agree, but I agree with what you're saying, but I don't like the contest aspect.
I think it's cool. I also just like pull up the picture again. Pull up the picture again. Like I love the bows. Pink's one of my favorite colors. I love the little bows with the hair, and I love the ears. It's very like elegant and over the top, and a lot of pageantry. I think it's the coolest design out of any evolution. It's super fun to use. It's the cutest evolution. That doesn't mean I don't love Jolteon. Volt Switch all day long. Love Jolteon. I hate that this is the matchup because these are my two favorite evolutions.
With
And it
how
doesn't
much you were
fucking
going
matter what I'm
into-
saying right now.
It's almost like I knew what to do.
Freaking
Like, with
Bugcatcher
how-
Daniel, it should be Old Man Justin and Old Man Daniel. That's
Old
the
timer,
the
old
man
timer.
are like,
I don't know. Like
I'm
I
this
don't-
old, but I
No,
can
they're
still
called
learn
old
about
timers because
Pokemon
I know
training.
Pokemon. I know
Yeah.
Pokemon better than you because they're called old timers, not old man.
Yeah.
There you go. Well,
Can you
know
teach
whatever.
Sylveon swim? Don't think
Jolteon.
so. Don't think you can teach Sylveon swim, can you?
I don't think you can teach Jolteon swim or boulder.
Yeah, but I said it first.
Whatever. I'm
I-
voting
Look,
Sylveon.
so
It
here's
doesn't
the
fucking
thing.
matter.
Like-
Let's move on. I'm
bringing
over
it up again.
I knew this was. I literally.
So here's my deal.
I knew this was gonna happen with Sylveon and Umbreon talking to you two, and I tried to prepare myself for it mentally and
Espeon?
emotionally,
Yeah.
and I'm still pissed
No.
off.
So that's what I thought. Like you said, Jolteon was your favorite, but you were like
So-
heavily dedicated to Espeon. So that's surprising.
I love Espeon's definitely up there, but Jolteon and just Espeon was never better than Jolteon. If this was Espeon versus Jolteon, I wouldn't even have to talk
If
about it.
Espeon never,
I just think
if
Espeon's better than
Espeon
Umbreon.
never existed, and Sylveon, if Sylveon was there when it was like
Fairy and
literally in
Dark would be
place of
a
Espeon,
good type matchup.
I would
too,
like
yeah.
it better.
Yeah.
I'd like it better.
Yeah. My biggest thing is
I would like
fairy,
it so
should
much
have
better.
wings.
But the fact that Espeon exists already, meh.
That's not what really fairy type means in Pokemon, though.
But it should. That's what I'm saying. It should
Well,
have,
then,
like there's so much other
hate-
stuff like with
Hate
it.
the
Like, it should have-
typing. Don't hate the Pokemon. Okay. Hate
I didn't say that I did. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't like what they did with it. Like I feel like it was excessive for what it was, and it was obviously like gimmicky. You had to name it a certain thing. One I don't like personally. This is probably more of a like minority thought process. I don't like nicknaming my Pokemon at all ever. It's just annoying to me.
Yeah, but you also have to
but
again.
I don't
you also
like.
have to
I don't like
remember
that
in
they
newer
evolve it
games,
that way.
The game changed a lot. Like you can take the nickname away. You didn't used to be able to do
Yeah,
that
that's stupid. Why?
because you can change the name of things. I can change my name to
So
Bugcatcher Alex in real life.
you
They
can-
Alex
Okay,
last
if
name
you have,
Bugcatcher
you
first.
can, do you have to
And I
go
can
fill
change
out
it
some
back.
forms in Jubilife City to file whatever to change the Pokemon's name?
If that's how it worked,
That'd be hilarious. I
that
would
would
be
be
all
hilarious.
for that. Change it to
That's
where
what
you
I
have to
think
file
about fairy
forms.
Pokemon. They're kind of like so stupid that I kind of like them.
Like I
Like
there's certain
Snubble's
ones,
a
like,
fairy type now, and I think that's hilarious. It makes me love Snubble so more.
I'm okay
It's
with
like,
that.
funny.
why? Like,
Yeah.
why?
I don't dislike the fairy type. I think that in regards to Eevee, I think they did it wrong. I
you're
don't
wrong.
dislike the
No.
design. I don't dislike the design of the Pokemon at all. It's not like, oh, it's too pink or it's too
Then
many bows.
then
Like
what's
nothing
wrong
at all.
with it?
It's they did it wrong. Like that should be a different Pokemon entirely. That's not an evolution.
That is an evolution. It looks like Eevee.
No,
Whatever.
I don't think so.
Move on.
It should.
I'm not-
so much going
it could-
on.
It
my
could have
thing-
like fluffy wings or something, kind of like Flareon fluff around like some of the wings or
No,
something like
Flareon
that. Like
Bloom.
I don't know. Like it should have something that
So-
makes it better for Eevee specifically.
I love Sylveon. I'll protect
Yes,
Sylveon
because
forever.
Sylveon looks like it should be another Pokemon, and that is definitely
Wrong.
It would,
I'm
if
not
it
mad
was
that
its own Pokemon,
I'm not mad that Jolteon's winning. I'm mad with all the Sylveon slander.
all
I
I'm saying is if
tolerate it.
Sylveon was not an evolution, I would definitively like it. Like
That-
that would be great.
It
It's
is
just
such
not-
an evolution, though. I don't know
No.
how you can look at that and go,
I think you're
Well,
you're just too close to the issue. You're too attached.
yeah, because I'm not old. I'm
I
gonna
don't
go
know
with
how
it. Y'all
old
just
you
like
think I
your
am,
Gen
but-
Oneers. Your Gen Oneers
No,
over
most
here
of my
playing your
favorite
Gen
You
1.
called it swim.
Because it's a move in Gen 1.
No, it's not.
no.
Yes,
Surf!
it is.
No, it's surf.
No, Surf's the move in Gen 1, but you know what I mean? It's old. I'm playing games with the
You're saying-
kiddos.
You're saying that swim is now a move?
No,
That's my point.
I'm
Game, set,
saying
match.
that those moves, Surf still exists as a move, but
Yeah.
it's not in an HM anymore. You don't
Yeah,
need
no, I
it
get that.
to swim places.
Yeah, that's not what I was saying. You just called it swim, and that was it. You called it swim. And,
Move on. Move on.
And
I'm over
boulder.
this. I'm
And
over this.
boulder.
I'm over this episode. I'm over this.
I'm
Fucking,
making
I'm over
waffles
everything.
in Pokemon.
You guys are making
So-
making me feel like an Umbreon right now.
Yeah. So I think Jolteon wins. So that's nice.
Great. Love Jolteon.
So what's our next matchup then? Is it Jolteon or sorry, Vaporeon Umbreon? Is that how this works?
No. Honorable mention where we are just going to go through ones we wish existed
Oh, okay.
and can't do anything about it, but we're going to. Here we go. We got this one first.
Beautiful.
Who picked this one?
That would be me. I think the name could use a little workshopping. To
Any
be honest,
ideas?
I don't know that I like Shadyon. I think there's worse, but I think.
What would
I
you
think it
throw
could
out
be
there?
cooler. But I just
Ghosteon?
what?
What would you throw out there? Ghosteon?
No. That's why I don't. I see. That's why I don't want to judge it too bad because I can't think of a
I like
better one.
Ghoulion.
Yeah.
Hauntion.
Ghoulion.
I don't know.
No.
Ghoulion.
Booyan.
Just saying.
Ghoulion. That'd be kind of
Ghoulion.
cool.
Ghoulion.
No.
Ghoulion. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
No.
but I just first of all,
no, it'd be like
Ghost is
Gremlin.
my favorite Pokemon
Gremlin.
type.
I like that too.
I think it's so cool. And I just think the design would be so cool. And like just thinking about like I think the cool part, like Ghost is the real like dark type. Ghost is the edgy type. Like look at not necessarily that Cubone's a ghost type, but I like to talk about the Cubone story because you find him in the ghost tower or whatever, and like he wears the skull of his dead mother. Like that's edgy as fuck. Like these are dead Pokemon. Like they're ghosts.
And I like the fact that it
design's
looks
the
like-
coolest. And I just like imagine like and I know it's a freaking kids game, but I just like to think of like the storyline in my head of like Shadyon is a super strong Pokemon, and if you want your Pokemon to be that strong, you have to kill your Eevee. You gotta kill your Eevee. That's the only way to gain that power. Dark as fuck, dude.
Like you take it to the Pokemon Tower and like, you take it to the Pokemon Tower and you release it.
Yeah.
Boom. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And then it falls off the tower and it just floats.
Well, I don't
back
know
up.
about that. I think you just make it kid friendly. You
Ooh.
release your Eevee
Yes,
and
release it.
and then you come back the next day and there's that one's like sitting there. You can catch it.
Yes.
I like that.
Agreed. I think that's so
I got a name for
darn
it.
cool.
I got a name for it.
All right, let's hear it.
Wispion.
Dude,
Like a
that-
Will-o'-the-wisp.
Yeah.
I
like
do
little
that.
like
ghost
it. That's a good
flames.
one. Wispion. I like Wispion a lot.
Yeah, if you
That's
guys got
Wispion
names
right there.
If you guys have any
That'd be
names
cool.
for what you would name a ghost type Eevee, let us know. I like Wispion quite a bit. I like Ghoulion just because it's fun to say, but it doesn't.
It is. It's
actually
like
make sense.
Julian,
Yeah.
but Julian.
I like to move it.
Oh my
whoa.
god.
Hold on. I got stuff to say before that one comes up. Hold on. Everyone pause here so Kyle can edit it better before that one comes up.
Yeah.
All right. So when we get to the next one here, this is what I think if they did an evolution for a fairy type should look like. Not exactly like this. This is a little combination of two of my favorite childhood kind of franchises. But this is what I was saying when I was talking about how Sylveon, if it's a fairy type, should have like wings or something. I'm thinking it should look more like this. You can't tell me this doesn't have some of the same design features and coolness as what you were talking about with Sylveon. But this is a mashup of, I think it actually is a matchup of Espeon and a Digimon.
It doesn't even look like a Pokemon. It literally just straight looks like a Digimon.
No, it looks like a Pokemon wearing a Digimon skin because that's exactly what it is. But it's got 2 tails. I know you like that. It's even got 3, kind of. So I know you're sold, Alex. But this is Anja Womian. Yeah, it's great. It's sold. Don't even tell us if there's other names because there aren't. Anja Womian over here. Yes, the Digimon's name is Anja Woman. So don't even, if you don't know Digimon, don't even talk to me.
I don't want to know
unless you
Digimon.
want to, and I'll tell you all about it. But no, I think this is a great
No,
option.
it would be Anja Womanian.
Anja Womanian? Yeah, let's do that.
Cool.
Anja Womanian.
Wow,
I think that's a great option for like a fairy flying type. If we were going to have to pick something that wasn't already an evolution, then I would say this would be like a flying, yeah, I'd just say flying because that's not already taken. I think it'd be cool to have a dual typing of fairy and flying for that. Just what I'm saying.
We haven't got there yet.
Yeah, or like if I'm making one up, a flying holy Pokemon, because holy is a type in Digimon. Just saying. It's
Oh my
cool.
god.
Tune in next week when we talk about how no one likes Digimon. But no, I think that's a pretty cool design. It's great. Cool.
It does look cool.
Mhm.
It's great.
Yeah.
I
Also, to go to your point earlier,
Like
Alex,
its bracelet.
it has a cool bracelet, but also Anja Woman digivolves from a cat. Espeon looks like a cat. So it's a cool mashup. All I'm saying.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Okay, up next, I've got Rock type Eevee.
Mm.
Rock type Eevee coming at you.
Wow. That's like
There's
almost worse.
there's
It's
nice
almost worse than the
types, there's
CGI of like
grass
the
type.
Mummy. Like it almost looks like the Scorpion or Scorpion King. That's what it was. Not
See,
Mummy.
there's something about
Like
Pokemon, you know? It's about drive. It's about power. Eevee stay hungry. Eevee devour.
ooh.
Okay, so this is
That's actually cool.
Yeah, now you lost your credibility, Justin. But this one
A
looks
little
cool.
Why did they name a type after Dwayne Johnson?
Got me.
Weird.
So this one, Obsidian, looks pretty intense.
I like the design a lot.
Yeah, I like that it has it looks like Umbreon-esque.
It kind of looks
Yeah,
like a
it's
mix
Umbreon-esque,
between Umbreon and
but-
Jolteon, like with the spikes. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
which
I like
are
the eyes.
in retrospect, those are my 2 favorites. So that might also be why, at least from
Hey, look at
what
that.
we have in the final 4.
Yeah.
Those, but yeah, it's pointy. I feel like it looks kind of fast. The cool thing about it could be a fast rock type, which is probably not a normal thing. Usually rock type are probably pretty slow, I would assume.
You got to
Because
get
you think
like
about all of them. I mean, maybe like Geodude and like Graveler, and that might be fast.
I mean,
if
they might
use,
not all
like,
be slow, but
certain
none of them are
moves.
really known for their speed. I
yeah,
don't think.
they have a lot of
Exactly.
stat changes that gets them fast, but I don't think they typically have a strong.
Well, they usually have like
Speed set.
special defense and like regular
Yeah, and
defense and
like
shit.
sturdy.
Yeah. So it'd be cool if like
I like
his
I like
deal
that
was
that
he
one
was
had
a fast route.
had lore to it too, like how it evolves. I like it with stealth rocks on the field, so you have to have a different rock type or someone else using a rock type. That's kind of cool. Again, maybe not for Eevees, just use a rock. Just give it a rock.
Isn't there a
Give
rock
it a rock.
stone? Is there a rock
Give it.
stone?
What if? I mean,
Or like a ground stone?
everything we're talking about, they're all stones.
I don't know.
So what if there was just like a 0.05% chance that you trying to evolve your Eevee with any stone.
And it ran out of juice.
Yeah, and it becomes that, and then it's like super hard to and rare to get. So it'd be like shiny hunting almost, maybe a little easier than shiny hunting, and then like, but in the same time, you could really want
That'd be cool.
like you could really want a Sylveon because you know that Sylveon's so cool.
With the fairy stone?
Yeah, with the fairy stone. But you know what I mean? Like you could
Yeah.
really want a Jolteon. You could give it a like it's gonna be like, yes, I'm so excited for my Jolteon. I'm gonna use it in competitive Volt Switch. It's gonna be so fast.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah.
what the
Yeah. So
I
so
just
for
got-
mine,
This one.
the way it evolves would be because
Oh
Digimon
my-
is the Digi eggs. So this one, it has to be in your party when an egg hatches, and then something.
that's
Okay.
cool.
That'd be cool.
That's cool if you like Digimon for some
Good
reason.
idea.
I'm
I
just
also
saying,
like
you
the
just have to
idea
give them
that yours and mine would be like the same generation, and you release it off the tower, and it either flies
Oh
or
goodness!
it drops down and comes
Oh
back.
no! And it depends on friendship. At
Yeah.
that point, if your Eevee has no friendship, it turns into Wispion.
Yeah,
And if it's max friendship, it turns into Angewumion.
that's so much sadder for
Mine could be mine
It
could be
is,
in
like,
the
that's-
same mine could be in the same one, and what
The same
happens
group?
is it
it
evolved
survives
into
the
rock
fall.
type. Yeah,
That
it
would
evolved
be-
into the
yes.
rock type midair and like goes into the ground, and then you have to excavate it.
Game Freak, if you're listening,
Excavate it
if
out.
you're listening
can't-
right now, I think we just solved it. I
That's
think we
the
just
next
figured it
gen
out.
right there.
It's
And
been
if any of these
generations.
come out in the
Throw
Pokemon
Eevee off
game
the
coming
roof.
out this month, if any of these are in Scarlet or Violet, we're not cool enough to have that early release. So you know that we did it here first in our own brain.
Yes, it
Yep.
was us.
Mhm.
We did it.
Okay,
You're
really
welcome.
quick. We've got Vaporeon versus Umbreon.
Vaporeon versus which one?
Umbreon.
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 Though I love Vaporeon.
I love
as well.
Vaporeon, I do, but Umbreon's too cool.
Yeah,
But blue.
it is. It's blue. I like it. I know. Shout out
I
to
always
someone not on the episode.
shit.
I know Kyle specifically told us to say that he would no chance pick anything else other than Vaporeon.
Yeah.
He said hands down favorite
Yeah,
for
correct.
all the reasons would pick Vaporeon. So I just want to throw that out there so everyone knows.
Yeah, I
Um,
respect that from Kyle. I think Vaporeon's
Mainly
a
the
very
fact that it
cool-
tantalizes him.
Yeah, he was a little bit more adamant about it, but I just want to shout that out. He wanted Vaporeon to be top, tip top, but I think Umbreon wins that one. So let's just move right along.
Got
Sweet.
Glaceon and Jolteon.
Oh,
Glaceon,
Jolteon.
Jolteon. Yeah,
Wait,
Jolteon
do I
wins
not
real
move
quick.
through them?
I think Glaceon looks cool, but like that was a real bummer of a letdown of 2 evolutions in Gen 4. I'm not gonna lie. I think they're cool, but they're nothing like Jolteon.
Jolteon for me.
Yep, same. It's real easy.
Jolteon.
Mhm.
Okay, so here it is, guys.
Oh,
Bum,
I'm gonna be
bum,
so pissed
bum,
at the end of
bum,
this.
bum, 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 bum. I think that's like the evolution song. But we've got Jolteon, we've got Umbreon. So top, middle, and then Umbreon is the right one. I say we just split the difference and we go with Obsidian.
Wait,
You're
what?
right.
We already
Wait.
said it was the combo of it.
It was the mix.
What were our options? I'm so confused.
Options are Umbreon and Jolteon.
Yeah.
I think this was probably foreseen pretty early on.
Yeah.
If you get it early on, another evolution, a time type, early on.
Oh.
So yeah, Alex, what are your thoughts between Jolteon and Umbreon? Two heavy hitters.
I've already said it. Other than Sylveon, for the longest time, before Sylveon existed, forever and always, Jolteon is the best. I think Umbreon is cool, but obviously, if I think Jolteon is the best, even better than Espeon, and I think Espeon's better than Umbreon.
By
is
the
Jolteon.
transitive property of Pokemon.
It's always
That's
been
it.
Jolteon.
Yeah, I think he makes some great points. Other than Espeon being better than Umbreon, that's not true. But I think I got to agree with you. Fast, spiky, yellow Pokemon. It's a great option.
Too cool.
Mhm.
The only thing I can say about Umbreon that's better than Jolteon is that Jolteon has a really bad shiny.
Is it like green or
It's
something?
like greenish, but like
Just like it's sick.
it just like doesn't work with like because you're going from like a yellow to like a weird green color. It just looks too similar and it looks weird.
Sure.
And Umbreon, they keep the black and then like the ring and the around the ears, the yellow turns to like blue. It's so cool. But
I'll have
still,
to check that out.
Jolteon is better.
Yeah, when we do our ratings of shiny Pokemon, I'll have to bring Umbreon back up. But I think we're in agreement. I know Justin's been having some technical difficulties here, but I'd be willing to bet quite a bit of money that he'd be voting for Jolteon.
I think so.
So I think that's our definitive conclusion. And crazy enough, that probably is what I'm going to make my EVB in my game because I don't have an electric type in my party.
Jolteon's like there's good electric types out there, but Jolteon's always a great choice. For an
Yeah,
electric
fast
type.
electric dog, cat, rabbit.
I'm telling you, like, what do you have in your party right now?
Right now in my party, I have, like I said, I got a Blastoise, a Charizard. I still got my starter. I'm connected to my starter Pokemon always. So it's my Empoleon, I think it is.
Yeah. Oh
Um,
yeah, I love Empoleon.
Um,
See, you got the Blastoise, and you got
Yeah.
the Charizard, but Blastoise specifically has the real good defense.
mhm,
Volt switch into Blastoise.
mhm,
That's a beautiful. That'll
Yeah.
get you far in life.
mhm. So I agree. And I can't remember what else I have in my party right now.
So you got
But,
a Garchompy. Talking about dark type, get a Garchompy.
yeah, I had, wow, I literally was playing this like yesterday, and I don't remember.
Piggy pass out